This lesson is about solving. Our objective is I can solve literal equations. A literal equation is an equation with more than one variable. We're used to solving equations with one variable. We get it by itself and get all the numbers on the other side and solve for it. In this case, like here's an example, I've got an equation with four variables. This is, I've got A as area, a base 1 is the base on the top of this trapezoid, base 2 is the base on the bottom of this trapezoid, and H stands for the height. There are four variables in this problem. If we want to solve for a variable, that means that we want to isolate that variable. We get it all by itself. Now in this case of this equation, it's already solved for A. A is by itself, everything else is on the other side of the equation. Well, what I want to do is I want to solve for base 1. I want to get it by itself, so that means I'm going to solve this equation by getting everything else on the other side of the equation. So let's start here. The first thing I want to do is I'm going to get rid of the 2 in the denominator. Well, I want to think of this, since it's a fraction, numerator and denominator, I think about the numerator as grouped together because a fraction bar is a grouping symbol. Everything in the top is grouped together, everything in the bottom. So I'm going to get rid of the bottom by multiplying by its reciprocal, 2 over 1. So I'll get 2a when I multiply by 2 equals b1 plus b2 grouped together as the numerator times that h still left on the end of that expression. Now I want to get rid of that h next, so I'm going to divide both sides by the h. So I get 2a divided by h, and I get rid of the division because that's the next step in order of operations of the weakest. Get rid of it first when you're solving. Now I want to get rid of, I don't need the parentheses anymore. In fact, I'll just go ahead and get rid of these two because I just have these two variables added together. I'm going to get rid of b2 by subtracting it from both sides. So 2a over h minus b2, and now I've gotten b1 all by itself by undoing all the other pieces, all the other variables and numbers, and getting them on the other side of the equation. So my final answer is b1 equals 2a over h minus the second base. There's my solution to solving that literal equation.